Okay, so healthcare is becoming e-commerce, and if you don't have great marketing, you're going to get crushed. So I met with a wonderful semaglutide owner yesterday. So her business, she made $700,000 last year, but she felt like it should have been $2 million. She worked for Hims. She's like, I know how to do this. I want to do it for my clients. I want to have a more personal, more intimate business. And she's like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. She's like, I feel like I should be 2 or 3 times as big as I am. And we looked at her social, we looked at her clinic, we looked at the paid media or the lack of paid media, we looked at the SEO, and we're like, well, you're doing everything wrong. You're making a bunch of foundational mistakes with social, with reviews, with SEO, with paid media, spending a ton of money on Trustpilot, which doesn't really move the needle for a local business. And I was like, if we just fix half of it for you, you'll double. And she said something, I mean, she was hiring all these obviously bad companies, and she was paying people for the website. The website looked terrible, looked like Wix website. So something looked really struck with me. She's like, you know, I don't want to post on social. I don't want to learn ads. I don't want to do websites. Like, I just want to help people. And the reality is, healthcare is becoming much more consumerized. And it's happening really fast. Like, if she had done this 5 years ago, it wouldn't have mattered so much. You have to, like, half of the page wasn't sponsored, right? If you have to learn how to make it work for you, you're going to get left behind. So there's a bunch of reasons for it. The big reason is the media, the mafia is dying. There's a lot less regulation in healthcare, especially in new categories like digital, like AI, like biohacking, like the semaglutide space. There's a lot less regulation than there used to be. That mafia, those hurdles, the licenses are less effective. We're going to see this a lot more with the new administration. There's also a huge push for pricing transparency. So the days of charging people tens of thousands or more for short hospital stays, those might be coming to an end because you can't just hide behind bureaucracy and licensing and regulation. You actually have to tell people, okay, this is our margin, this is how much things cost. And the other thing that we're seeing is there's a shift of focus to the real consumer market. There's just like the positive psychology movement. Like when you think about things like flow states and happiness and Carol Dweck and like growth mindset, fixed mindset, this didn't really exist in the 90s. There was a whole new market of people. The positive psychology movement, it like you didn't have to be sick to get better anymore. You could just improve the average person. It opened up this giant market. Now it feels like half of YouTube is sponsored by Better Health, but this is very new. And we're moving into the same thing with guys like Brian Johnson, guys like Dave Asprey. Even my favorite interval workout is for Brood, is a biohacker that I found on Twitter. And the messaging and the marketing, just like e-commerce, pictures above the fold with like an email, it's all going to be optimized for the end user. I wouldn't be surprised if 10 years from now, the way you choose a hospital is like, do I want Nike or Adidas? Like, I really think that's where the world is going. And you're seeing this big rift across healthcare with people who understand it and get it and are speaking to that market effectively, or people who just don't. And I was so passionate about this, I forgot to introduce myself. So my name is Ori, Executive Director for Go-to-Market for Manos Health. And also I have an outreach agency with my wife. If you are struggling with these issues, and if you see yourself, if you Google your business and you're like, why am I not the first thing people see? Why am I not getting the business that I know there is? Reach out to us. We can help you. We take it one step at a time, but you have to learn this stuff. You can't just be a good doctor, a good nurse anymore. It is not enough. Let us help you. So have a great day. Talk to you guys tomorrow.